Don't thank me. Thank the savings.
You can't skip this Geico ad because it's already over. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hello, this is Sophie Wynn reporting from New York City on KBL2 News. This morning starts off with 2 loose llamas in the streets of... Wait, hold on, I have breaking news. We are getting a transmission from our station in Afghanistan that reports that Boko Haram has decided to ally with the Middle Eastern terrorist group ISIS. Yes, it is confirmed that Boko Haram and ISIS have joined together. Experts analyzing the released audio claim that this union will lead to an expansion of their power and world control. They say it also offers Boko Haram's leader Abu Bakr Shakal and ISIS's leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi a greater and safer status. Boko Haram's sudden decision to join ISIS may be due to their need for recruits and weaponry. It has been reported that Boko Haram's social media outlets have slowly been conforming to the style of ISIS, and they are even placing the black flag of ISIS in their videos. If you do not know already, these terrorist groups were an outcome of European imperialism. Their purpose is to enforce Sharia law and Islamic government in their homelands. They are against all forms of European society. In fact, Boko Haram loosely translates to Western education is forbidden. It is understood that schools and colleges are specifically targeted by this group. To get a better idea of how significant this event is to the people of Afghanistan, we received the opportunity to hear the story of Adila Muhammad, a mother of 4 in a small village at the Afghan suburbs. She argues imperialism is the factor in the destruction of her people and a cause for current conflicts.
Afghanistan wasn't a country at first. This nation was part of a large group of tribes called the Pashtun. My grandmother used to tell me the stories of the great tribal leaders who would rule their tribes with great valor and strength. She told me the tale of my distant grandmother who was married off to the great tribal leader of Yusufzai tribe to form an alliance between the 2 clans. Then there are the frightening stories of white men entering and taking over our land. That is what brought us here where we are today.
Do you believe that your country's history with imperialism has influenced this event?
Yes.
Why so?
The ISIS got their weapons from the British during the time of conflict between the 2 regions. Now, corruption has emerged, and these extremist groups are willing to join forces against their common enemy, the Westerners.
We are now here with Tess Ortico, a British scholar whose great-grandfather was the head of an imperialist party colonizing in Afghanistan. Hello, Tess.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you, and the pleasure is all mine.
It seems to be that Europe's imperialism in Afghanistan has led to the rise of terrorist groups. How did this happen?
Well, in the 19th century, when European countries first arrived in the Middle East, the goal was to westernize Afghan culture, to take advantage of Afghanistan's natural resources, such as oil and crops, and to use Afghanistan's geographic location as a strategic military position to block out rival imperialist countries. Afghanistan was a British protectorate under indirect control, which was used to spread the Western culture and to try to set up a British-style democracy. Britain's strict laws on the natives, which the British thought would help Afghans conform better to the Western culture, actually had the opposite effect on later generations. After Afghanistan was imperialized, it was left in a state of struggle due to the new state boundaries that grouped rival ethnic groups together with different religions, languages, and etc. These current terrorist groups believe the only way to settle the conflict and create a working government system in the Middle East is for everyone to convert to the Islamic law and religion.
Yet Afghanistan did gain independence.
Yes, in 1919, Afghanistan won their independence after the Third Anglo-Afghan War with Britain. In fact, they even elected Mohammed Daoud Khan as their first president in July of 1973. However, there was still resistance between the ethnic groups, as they could not agree on how to rule their country after its newfound independence. The effect of British imperialism lingers, as there is an instability of Afghanistan's economy and government system. This chaos allowed for terrorist groups such as Boko Haram and ISIS to take power and to try to force change, by using violence and threats to kidnap and murder innocent people who do not obey Islamic laws.
I see. Thank you for your time.
It's been a pleasure.
As we have been informed, the lingering effects of imperialism have led to terrorism. The following footage of ISIS was captured a mere 2 hours ago.
Afghaniyo, tum logo ko unang
Fellow men, we have come to an agreement with our brothers in Boko Haram to join forces against the Western sin. All who do not follow us are blinded by the Western ways and shall be punished. After our independence from the white man's unjust rule, our King Amanullah Khan made efforts to westernize Afghanistan by pushing for a more equal standing for women and the moderation of religious power. These attempts went against our God and caused us to be in this state of disorder. Brothers, be aware the power of Islam. Those who disobey us disobey our God, and those who resist shall be punished. We will not stop until we have conquered the world and ridden society of the white man's ways. Hear my words, fellow countrymen. Come fight for justice, for Islam, for the future that is right.
It's truly a tense and horrific situation. At this moment, world leaders are gathering to find a way to secure their nations and prevent violence within and outside of Afghanistan. This has been Sophie Wynn with KBL2 News, reporting on Afghanistan. In a few moments, we'll be back with a case of the runaway llamas.